Hi there, everyone. Today we are going to be working on this bedroom scene. Quite a while back, I did a speed art of a bedroom scene, and I've had a bunch of people ask me if I would do a tutorial on it. Well, I've had a bunch of computer problems and stuff, and hopefully I've got all that fixed now. So I'm going to go ahead and make this tutorial for you. This is what we're going to end up making here. It's not the same as the speed art, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and we're going to model pretty much everything in here. We're going to use a few add-ons, but it's only going to be a couple. And I think there's, I think 2 of them you got to download. But we will go ahead and get to that when we need those parts. This video tutorial series is going to be broken up into a few parts. We're going to do modeling and stuff first. So we're going to go ahead and open up a new file. And we're going to go ahead and model the bed first. So I'm going to go ahead and select on this cube. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and delete this light first. And then I'm going to select this cube. And we are going to press 1 on our number keypad and then 5. And we're going to go ahead and scale this cube down here. Just like that. And I got the Wazoo Pi menus. I think these are the same ones that I've been using every time I've used Blender. You just do a Google search for Wazoo Pi menus, or I will, I'll try to find the link again and put that in the description if you guys want to follow along with these pies. But if not, you guys could go ahead and get to everything from down here in your toolbar and over here. So just click and go into edit mode, and I'm going to press Z and then go into wireframe, and I'm going to press A and I'm going to deselect everything. Then I'm going to press B and I'm going to box select the bottom here, and then I'm going to press E to extrude, then S to scale, just like that. And then I'm going to press E to extrude on the Z axis. Just like that. And then I'm going to press A to deselect, and I'm going to press B to box select again, and I'm going to go ahead and raise this up some, just like that. And then you will see what we got there. I'm going to go ahead and select everything. I'm going to press 7 on our number keypad, and I'm going to scale this down just a little bit more. I'm going to press G to grab, and I'm going to move this one out to about right here. I'm going to come over here to my modifier panel, and I'm going to add an array modifier. Oops, I'm sorry, not an array. I'm going to add a mirror modifier, and we are going to mirror this on the x-axis and on the y-axis. And let's go ahead and bring this in a little bit on the x, just like that. That should be okay there. Then I'm going to right click and bring my 3D cursor over here. I'm going to press Shift A, and I'm going to add a cube. I'm going to Control Z that. I'm going to put my cursor back here. I'm going to press Shift A, and I'm going to add a cube. And then I'm going to press S to scale along the Z axis, just like that. I'm going to scale it along the Y a little, and then scale along the X a little. Then I'm going to press 3 on my number keypad, and then I'm going to press G to grab it, and I'm going to just move it up to about right here for now. I'm going to press 7 on my number keypad and press G and then X to move it in place here. I'm not going to connect these together, but we do want to make sure clipping is ticked. I'm going to go ahead and go into face select mode, and I'm going to select this face, press X, and I'm going to delete the face, and I'm going to press this face X and delete this face right here, just like that. And then I'm going to just click here, press L to select everything. Then I'm going to press 7 on my number keypad, and I'm going to go ahead and press G along the y-axis, and we can connect those together there. And I'm going to press G along the x-axis and connect those together there, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and press S and scale it down on the z-axis a little tiny bit, just like that. Then I'm going to bring this in just like that. I'm press Z, go into solid mode, see how that looks. That looks pretty good to me. Press Control R, add a loop cut. Press Control R again, add another loop cut. Just like that. Let's go back into face select mode. Let's select this face. Let's press E and let's extrude down on the Z axis. Just like that. And that looks good to me. I'm not going to make nothing fancy for the bed frame at all. I'm going to press N on my keyboard and let's change this lens view to 60. Just like that. And that looks good to me. Going to go ahead and tab out of edit mode, back into object mode. And let's go ahead and scale this along the x-axis just a tiny bit, and then scale it along the y a tiny bit, make it a little bit longer. Just like that. I'm going to press Shift C on my keyboard to bring the 3D cursor back in the middle. Press Shift A, add a cube. Let's scale it along the z-axis. Just like that. Let's press 3 on our number keypad. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. Let's Z go on the wireframe. Let's scale it along the y-axis. Go ahead and line it up here. Just like that. Let's press 7 on our number keypad. Scale it along the x. Just like that. Let's press Z, go back into solid. Let's see how that looks. Let's go ahead and scale it along the Z-axis just a tiny bit. Let's go 3 Z wireframe. Scale it along the Z-axis a little bit more. Let's go ahead and move that back up into place there. Z, go back into solid. Press Control 2 on our keyboard to add a subsurface modifier. Press Tab, and let's go into edit mode. Press Control R, and let's add 2 loop cuts by scrolling up with your mouse wheel. Press S for scale, then along the x-axis. And then let's go ahead and place 2 down the middle there. Press S and then Y along the y-axis. Just like that. Let's tab back in to object mode and let's look. Let's press Z and let's do smooth shading. That looks nice to me. Let's go ahead and press Shift A. Let's add a plane. We're going to go ahead and make the blanket now. Let's press S to scale. Go ahead and scale it out. Let's scale it along the y-axis. Then let's press 3 on our number keypad. Let's go ahead and bring this up to about right there. Let's slide it back on the Y. And let's press 7 on our number keypad. Let's scale along the X. Let's press Z on our keyboard, go on the wireframe. Let's scale it along the Y. That's way too long. Bring that up just a little bit. Scale along the X some. Scale along the Y more. Just like that should be good. Let's go ahead and tab into edit mode. Let's press W and then go to subdivide. And then let's subdivide this, let's try 35. Press Z, go into solid. Looks good to me. Let's tab out of edit mode, back into object mode. Let's go ahead and click on our mattress. Let's go ahead and name this to mattress. And then let's go ahead and name the frame. Let's name it to bed frame. And let's go ahead and name our blanket to blanket. Just like that. Now let's go ahead and come over here to our to our physics tab, and let's add a collision to our mattress and a collision to our bed frame. And then let's go ahead and add a cloth to our blanket. And let's go ahead cloth to our blanket. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this on cotton. Let's make these steps to 8. Let's go ahead and look at the cloth collision. Let's do friction 25. That way I don't slide off the bed. Let's do self collision, and let's do the quality to 2. And that's pretty much it for this. We could play with the spring and stuff like that, but I find basically at these default settings that we get pretty good results. So let's go ahead and let's play this. Actually, let's lower our timeline to 100 frames. And now let's play this. All right, everyone, I am back. I do apologize about that. That comes up to my next thing. We need to save. Just go ahead and save your file. Click on Save As, and save it anywhere on your hard drive, and save your file before you run this, because it could crash your system. And it don't normally crash mine, but I've been doing a lot of stuff on my computer today, and it's been on all day, so it's probably running ragged right now. That was the first time it's crashed on me, though, and since I installed the new stuff that I needed on my computer. So that was a first, but just make sure that you save before you do this. And if your computer is, you know, it ain't got that much RAM and that good of a CPU and stuff like that, you can come over here to the cloth cache right here, and just come down here and click click bake, and it will bake this. Just let it run its course and it'll bake, and then you could go ahead and press play instead of doing this live like this. And if this looks a little bit different, it's because it crashed and I forgot to save, and I had to turn around and remodel everything again real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. I forgot to change the timeline back down to 100, and we don't even need 100 frames of this, but I'm just going to shorten it a little bit. And I'm going to press Z and shade smooth, and if you can't find the shade smooth, just click right here in your tools, and you have to be in object mode to do the smooth shading like that. And I'm going to press Control 2 on my number keypad just to make it smoother and see what kind of wrinkles we get here. I'm going to go ahead and let this run its course. And I'm just looking to get some of these nice wrinkles down here in the corner down here, just to give me a starting base, because we're going to go into sculpt mode and we are going to go ahead and sculpt some more of these wrinkles and stuff in this blanket. But it looks like it's ran its course. Pressed the wrong thing here. Just going to run through here and try to see something that I like with it pushed in, pushed down, probably about right there. I think I like that. You could come over here and you could play with some of these spring settings and stuff like that, but like I said, we're just going to go into the sculpt mode and we are going to sculpt some of these wrinkles. I just like using the cloth, of course, you know what I mean, because it forms around and you get these forms and stuff. And that looks okay. I'm going to press 3 on my number keypad real quick, and I'm going to press Shift and the back arrow to go back on the timeline. And I'm going to raise this up just a tiny bit, and I'm going to go to 7 on my number keypad, and I'm going to press S to scale, and I'm going to scale along the x-axis just a little tiny bit more. And then let's go ahead and let's rerun this. See if we can't get some more wrinkles going on. I'm going to stop it about right there. I think that looks good to me. So I'm going to come over here to our modifiers, and I'm just going to apply this cloth modifier here. And then I'm going to press Control A, and I'm going to apply the rotation and scale on this. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to show you guys what it does first. So I'm going to press Tab and go into Sculpt mode, and you'll see object has non-uniform scale. Sculpting may be unpredictable. So we'll just tab back out into object mode and press Control A and apply the rotation and scale on this, and then tab back into sculpt mode, and you won't get that error no more. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to use the inflate tool. And cool thing about Wazoo's Pi menus is if you press W, you get them right here too. So we get the inflate tool. I'm going to press Shift F to bring up my strength. Oops. Shift F and bring up my strength. And I'm going to bring the strength down to about 62. And I'm going to press 3 on my number keypad, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and just sculpt out some wrinkles here. You can come in and you can play with the curve if you'd like. And click on that one. And I'm just going to come through here, and I'm just going to do some of these big wrinkles real quick. And it's up to you on how you want this to look, but just kind of keep the wrinkles from not going all kinds of crazy or whatever, because then it won't look too believable. I'm going to come here and just I'm going to make sure that the bottoms right here are really puffed out on this here. And I'm going to go ahead and press F on my keyboard, and I'm going to scale that brush down a little bit. I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to add a couple of little wrinkles. And I'm kind of going to the side with these. Make sure that these wrinkles are actually working here. Look at it from this side. And if you can't see it really all that well, we'll come over here. If you don't have this panel up, press N for this panel and T for this panel. And let's go ahead and click on Matte Cap. And let's go ahead and change it to this greenish red looking thing right here, so we could see some of them wrinkles better. I like this one better. You guys could go through here and play with these and see which ones give you a better result. That black and gray might work too, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with this one. This is the one that I like to use. I'm going to press 3 on my number keypad again, and I'm just going to work on this wrinkle here. I'm connecting it to this wrinkle. I'm just gonna work this guy in here. I think there's a wrinkle here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna work a wrinkle in to this guy here. Just kind of going to this side like that. And let's go ahead and do one here. Get a wrinkle in there. Might have to move it a little bit just to get that. Go ahead and play with this one some more. Get some of those good wrinkles in there. Just like that. That looks good to me. I'm going to press Control to go ahead and push in. And I'm going to come in on some of these little ones, and I'm going to just push them in a little bit more so we could get some more detail. Just like that. And I do have the symmetry on. I got X symmetry going, so it will look the same on the other side, but for the shot that we're going to be doing, it doesn't matter if both sides look the same. Now, if you're going to have your camera, you know, make an animation with your camera and stuff, you'll probably want to turn off mirror and go ahead and just work on these wrinkles and stuff organically to your liking. But I'm going to press 3 on my number keypad again, and I'm just going to make some small wrinkles. I'm going to press Shift F. I'm pressing that Shift F, and I'm going to raise the strength up to about 68. And I'm just going to get some good wrinkles going on there. Let me make sure that I'm on the inflate deflate brush still. Let's get some wrinkles going on here. Zoom in some to make the wrinkles a little bit smaller. Let's go ahead and change this curve there. And if this ain't enough strength for you, just press Shift F. I don't know why I keep on pressing that keyboard shortcut, and raise it up. A little higher. There we go. Now it's working for us faster. Just going to get some wrinkles going in here. Just like that. Hold down Control, push some of these in. This could be a fast process. Of course, you know, the longer you take, the better it'll look. Just like that. I'm going to press 1 on my number keypad, and I'm going to press F, raise my brush size, and go ahead and work some of these bigger wrinkles in here. Just like that. I'm going to press Control and then push those in just a tad bit. Just like that. I'm not going to get too fancy with that one. Press F, raise the brush size down just a tad. Zoom in here. Let's go ahead and get us, press F. Let's get us some wrinkles going. In here, just like that. And then we could come, and if you want to carry these wrinkles up top here just a tad bit. Just like that. Let's get a couple of these proofing over. Just like that. Now we're going to press 7 on our number keypad, and let's go ahead and raise the brush size here some, and let's just go ahead and just kind of make some patterns. Just like that. And let's press W, and well, I'm going to press W. If you guys don't have these, then let's go ahead and click here. I'm going to the smooth brush. I'm going to press Shift F, and I'm going to lower the strength to about 18%. I'm just going to run over some of these a little bit, that way they're not so strong. Go ahead and press W, and let's do the inflate brush again. Go ahead and kind of then press Shift, and while you're clicking to get the smooth brush, just like that. I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and change to this gray, and you'll see that we got some wrinkles on this blanket now, and that really brings out some features and stuff when you go into rendering, and I think it makes it look pretty good. Like I said, if you guys want to spend a lot more time with this, you guys can go ahead and do that, but for tutorial purposes, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to press Tab, and I'm going to go back into object mode, and then I'm going to press Shift. I'm going to click for my 3D cursor out here, and I'm going to press Shift A. I'm going to add a cube. I'm going to scale it along the z-axis, just like so. And then I'm going to scale along the x. Then I'm going to scale it in along the y. Just like that. I'm going to tab into edit mode. And we are going to go ahead and press Control R, put a loop cut there. And let's see. That should be good there. Let's go ahead and let's press Alt S and scale that out. Just like that. And let's go ahead and press A, and select everything. Let's subdivide it. Let's subdivide it a couple times, just so we have some geometry in there because we are going to sculpt this pillow too. That looks good to me. So let's tab, let's go into sculpt mode, non-uniform scale again. So let's go back into edit mode. Let's press Control A and let's apply the rotation and scale. Let's tab back into sculpt mode and let's go ahead and let's grab the smooth tool real quick and let's go ahead and smooth out these edges real quick. Just kind of make it look circular. Get these edges looking good here. And let's work on these edges at the bottom here. Work on this edge here and this edge. Just get it looking round. You don't have to worry about it looking uniform or anything like that because you know it's a pillow, and we could say it's one of those pillows that got them soft feathers in it. And we're just smoothing that out. Now let's press W and let's go to our inflate brush. And let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's make some creases in this. And if you can't see that very well, it's because there's not enough geometry on here. I'm going to press Control 2 and add a subsurf and then press Shade Smooth and then go back into sculpt mode. And you can see it a little bit better. Press Shift, kind of work these edges in. Shift, let's kind of scale that down. Let's kind of deflate these ends right here. Like these two. Let's go ahead and go back here so we can see what we're doing. Kind of push these out some. Get some good wrinkles going in this pillow. Just like that. And kind of looks more like a, I don't know, kind of looks more like a potato or something like that. But it does the job because the way I'm going to set the camera up in this scene, at least you're not going to be able to tell too much details on this. So I'm going to press G. I'm going to grab it and place it over here. I press 7 on my number keypad. By the way, I probably should turn on my screen capture keys. I do apologize. I forgot all about that. Give me just a second. Let me set this up real quick so you guys can see. And let me move it out here so you guys can see. I apologize about that. And let's go ahead and grab it up on the Z. Let's press S and then let's scale it in on the Z2. Let's press R and let's rotate it along the X axis just a tad bit. Press 7 on our number keypad. And let's see how that looks. Let's go ahead and scale this along the Y. Let's make it a little bit fatter, just like that. Let's press Alt D to duplicate and along the X axis. And Alt D, that just kind of gives it the same data and information and stuff like that. That way, if you add a texture here on this one, you can have it will have the same texture over here. So there is the bed for right now. I know it don't look like much, but once we get into texturing it and stuff like that, it will look a whole lot better. So we are going to go ahead and move on to making the dresser, and I'm going to go ahead and move to a new layer, and I'm going to press Shift C on my keyboard, bring my 3D cursor back into the center there, and I'm going to press Shift A, and I'm going to add a cube. I'm going to scale the cube up along these Z axes. I'm going to scale along the X axis a little bit, and I'm going to scale it in on the Y axis just a tad. I'm going to press 1 on my number keypad, and then I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to press Control R, Shift C. I pressed Control Shift R. I want Control R. There we go. And then I'm just going to move that loop cut, let's say to about right there. Let's press Control R again. Control R. And let's go ahead and move that to about right there. Control R again. And right there is fine with me. I'm going to press Tab. I'm going to go into face select mode, and I'm going to select this face here. And I'm going to press I for inset. Now I'm going to inset this a little bit, and I'm going to do the same for this one. So I for inset. And if you guys ever get this problem where you can see through your mesh and you don't know how you got it like that and want to get rid of it, it's the limit to visible. It's this little button right down here. So just click that and it'll get rid of it. On the pie menus, when you press tab, it's up here. Okay, let's go ahead and select this one and press I to inset. And this ain't going to be a complex dresser or nothing like that. It's just going to be simple modeling. But it'll look good once you have it rendered. If you want to go into more super details, you can. But for this purpose, I think it does just right. So I'm going to click on the top middle face here, and I'm going to press E for extrude. And let's try 0.01. Nope. So let's Control Z that. Let's E to extrude, and let's do 0.1. And let's go E to extrude and 0.1. E to extrude 0.1. E to extrude 0.1. Just like that. And now they're all the same. And now we are going to go ahead and go back into object mode. Let's press Control 2. And yeah, it looks weird right now, but we're going to go ahead and add some edge loops to make it look better. So let's press Control R, and let's scroll up with our mouse wheel and get 2 loops there, and let's press S and then Y, and then let's scale this in along the Y axis. Let's press 3 on our number keypad, and let's go ahead and press Z, go into wireframe. Go ahead and press Control R. Bring the loop cut in here. Control R again. Bring the loop cut in here. There's more better ways to do this, but for me, this is just easier and it's quick and it gets the job done. Or I shouldn't say easier ways to do it. There's a bunch of different ways you could do it, I should say. For me, this method works just fine. I'm not worried about the geometry in this because we're not going to be unwrapping it or nothing like that. So we're just going to add a standard shader to this with a little bit of gloss just to make it look good. And let's go ahead and press 1 on our number keypad. Let's press Z. Let's go back into solid mode. Let's see where we need loop cuts. We need some loop cuts in here. So I'm going to press Control R, add a loop cut there. Control R, add a loop cut in there. Then we will add loop cut in here, one there, Control R, one here, and do the same for here. So we'll go Control R, add one there. We don't really need to, on these ones, we don't really need to add a loop cut up there. Let me Control R here, Control R here, and we're going to do Control R on this one and add another one here, just like that. Let's press 3 on our number keypad again. Let's go ahead and get these. So I'm going to press R right here. I'm going to scroll up my mouse wheel and get 2, and then S along the Y axis, just like that. Then I'm going to work my way up. Control R. I forgot to scroll up. I apologize. Just go ahead and do it like that. Control R. Scale along the Y axis. Just like that. Control R. Scroll up with your mouse wheel. Press S and then Y. And there we go. So press Z, solid, or Z. What am I doing here? Sorry. Press Tab and go back into object mode. Press Z and then go into smooth shading. That looks good. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to turn on ambient occlusion. I'm going to put the strength on 1.2. Just like that. So we can see some ambient occlusion and make it look pretty good. Yeah, that looks good to me. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to press 1 on our number keypad, and I'm going to right click and add my 3D cursor up there. I'm going to press Shift A, and I'm going to add a surface. I'm going to add a NURB cylinder. I'm going to press press RY90, just like that, and I'm going to scale this guy way down. Zoom in. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to scale along the x-axis. Let's see. Yep, that looks good to me. I'm going to press 7 on my number keypad and go into top view. I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to press A to deselect. I'm going to press C to go into wireframe. I'm going to press B to box select. I'm going to box select this side. I'm going to press R and I'm going to rotate this side a little bit, maybe about 30 degrees. And I'm going to press E to extrude. Pull out some. I'm going to press R to rotate, E to extrude, move it in some more, R to rotate. Let's press G, let's grab that, let's pull that back like that. Press E to extrude, bring it in some more, R to rotate. Let's bring that guy back a little bit here, just like that. And let's press E to extrude along the Y axis, and let's just pull that back some. We're done with that side. A to deselect. Let's press B to box select this side. R to rotate about 30 degrees. E to extrude, and I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. R to rotate some. E to extrude. R to rotate some. E to extrude. Rotate, make sure it's straight. And let's press E and then along the Y. Let's pull that back some. Z to go back into solid mode. Tab, let's go into object mode. And that looks pretty good to me. That will suit our purposes. So let's go ahead and press 7 on our number keypad. And let's go ahead and drag this out along the Y axis there, just like that. Press 1 on our number keypad. Grab it along the Z axis and Just make sure that's kind of lined up in the middle there. And that looks good to me, so I'm going to tab back into edit mode. I'm going to press A to select everything, press 1 on the number keypad, and I'm just going to press Shift D along the Z-axis, and then Shift D again along the Z-axis, Shift D one more time along the Z-axis, tab back into object mode. And there we go. We got the dresser. So let's go ahead and come over here and let's name this to dresser. And then let's go ahead and name these to handles. Or dresser dot handles. Just like that. So with those selected, I'm going to shift click on this and I'm going to press Control G for group. And I'm going to name this group to dresser. Just like that, and I'm going to come back over here to layer 1 and I'm going to do the same. And let's make sure that we have these pillows named. So we're going to name this pillow.01 and pillow.02. .02, just like that. So let's go ahead and click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click. Make sure everything's selected there. And let's press Control G to group that, and let's name this to bed. Just like that. And we group them just like that. That way, let's say we have the camera selected and we need to move this bed. So we just click here and we press Shift G and we just click on group and it will go ahead and grab that whole group there. And I think that that works pretty awesome. It's better than clicking a bunch of times. Well, I think that is it for this part, the first part of the modeling. The next tutorial we'll go ahead and we will model the dresser, or I'm sorry, not the dresser, but the computer desk and the computer chair, computer monitor. We'll go ahead and model the drapes, and we'll model the room, and we will probably model the floor also. And then after that, the next part would be the rendering and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep these tutorials fairly low. That way it's not too much for you guys to process, and it's easier for you guys to follow along. And I'm sure you guys don't want to sit through a bunch of 2-hour tutorials just to get this done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first part 1 on this bedroom modeling scene. Please like and subscribe for 10 more tutorials, and have a great day. Thank you.